LTC, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned since the price was within this move, we mentioned we're looking exactly here. We mentioned we're looking for the reversal, but what we get here is a really corrective. That's why we mentioned we can put this one in, if we can put this one in relative to this sharp move, but still we can expect for one more drop. Okay, and if the first things I want to mention here, even we need to know that this one can continue as a corrective, even retest this top. I don't think so we can. If this one happen, we cannot get a really good trade setup to look for buy. Okay, if we want to look for buy, either we get this one turn to a correction, at least similar to what we get here, or let the price give us one more drop, then any reversal will take the trade from there. Okay, and the only times if he wants to look for buy, that means if he didn't get the correction or even the price didn't drop, the only times we can look for if we get a sharp move with the flag, then we need to see whether we need to we need to consider whether we should take the trade or not. And what we can expect if this one has a continue as a corrective, still we can expect this one to take 232, then any down move from there also we can look for sell. Okay, because what we have right now is already corrective and it doesn't give us a really good trade setup for buy. Anyway, we move to daily chart, and the only thing is we want to see whether we can get the correction for next move, and if yes, how deep this one can be, what type of the correction. Either we get the flat or this one turn to a deeper correction. If this one turn to deeper correction, then we need to consider about this flat. Okay, bigger structure. In this case, we move to forward chart, and based on forward chart, this is what we can see. Because when we technically, when we have this kind of the correction in relative to this move, which is sharp move, we can expect for one more drop. But the thing is, even for LTC, when we refer, we have this kind of the correction similar to what we get here. But the next move was sharp. Okay, that's why we mentioned if we want to look for trade, one of the option, we get a correction here based on lower time frame. And rather than that, if we get the sharp move, flag. But the best things will be if the price can retest this low, because with that time we can consider the flat is complete. I mean the correction is finished and we can look for reversal. That's why we mentioned still we can, if this one continues as a corrective, still we can expect the price to take to 3-2 before we get the down move. But the question is whether we get this one or not, because we don't need to wait for price to drop before we take the reversal, because simply maybe we don't get it exactly similar to what we get here. Made the price continue and then sharply move. How we can trade it? Okay, that's why we mentioned if we get any trade setup, even for this correction move, we can take it. And right now we don't have it. Okay, either we get the correction, or if there is a continuation, if based on lower time frame we take the trade for buy, we consider as a sharp move. Sorry, we consider as a short term trade. Okay, by the way, we explain different cases, but the only thing is just we make it very simple. If he wants to look for buy, either we get a correction here for buy, this is the one of the option. The another option, if we get a sharp move with the flag for continuation. Rather than that, we cannot get any trade setup. Okay, and for this case, which we explained based on forward chart, this is where we could look for trade, because if we get the sharp move, there was no flag there. And the one more, and the last option, which we mentioned, it can give us better confirmation if we get one more drop. Then any reversal from there, we can look for buy. But as we mentioned, if we can expect for one more drop, still if we look for the last option, still we can expect the price to continue to take this one. Then any sharp move with a flag, we can look for sell. Or we can at least, if we get any sharp move with a flag, we can confirm that the price is going to retest this low. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart and we don't have any trade setup to look for buy. And in this case, we just follow. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.